Hello trader, welcome back to Forex Black Box. I'm gonna, as usual, analyze pound pairs and gold included, and possibly Euro USD. So let's just start with gold now. The last time we spoke about gold last week, I said that probability is it will continue up here, try to break this, come to this resistance area, um, come up to this area here, and we should see some bounce back down here. And let me just clean the chart a little bit, just get rid of this stuff here. As you can see here, I predicted to come back up here from here or go down. Actually went up and hit the trend line, go down a little bit, come back, break it, and continue down. Let me just delete this stuff here to make it cleaner so we can see what we're doing here. So as we can see now, um, we have lower low, went back up. There's a trend line here, been tested many times. One, two, three times, went down, fourth, went level to the support area, resistance area, come back down, create a new lower low. Now we're going to do the same situation here. As you can see, if I measure this same thing, break lower, come back here, we'll do the same thing here and break lower. So what we're looking for, we're looking for in the lower time frame to break below this area, or we already have done that already. We broke 2 days low, we went down NFP. It was quite good numbers for US, that's why US increased in value, and probably we'll see this week come back up here, do this, and start isolate at this area unless we see breakthrough, come back, retest, and go down. So that's what I'm looking for now. I was short at this line here, and I exited around here, and my stop loss was up there, so I've got risk and reward was great. Expect NFP to be good because the economy of US is increasing now. Regard the stock is going up and all the stuff as you're aware of. So what I'm looking for now is to see retest back to this level and continue lower. That's what I'm looking forward to do. Not sure what's going to happen next week regard the trade deal and the stock, but don't forget that we are testing this line now. We own it, right on it, so I expect that to come back up here and continue play on that line until we break new low. Obviously need to look down to, we are looking at the daily. Let's look down to the 4 hours. As you can see, the 4 hours, I will only analyze the 4 hours and daily. Obviously, if you trade intraday, you should go all the way down between the 15 and 1 hour. As you can see in the 15 minutes, for example, I'm going to do that only here. A trend line here, quite a channel. What that telling me? That telling me the market is just really not moving for very long periods of time. This is 15 minutes each, about 5-6 hours, because there is NFP. So we have this hit up, stop run, stop hit run here. If we scroll back, yeah, as you can see here, we have this area. Oops, that's too much, sorry. Let me just go back there, delete everything. Oh, it's too much. Let me just fix that quickly, guys, sorry. There you go. I don't know why that changed like that. Anyway, so as you can see here, we tested this area, come back down, we stayed consolidate here there in Asia. On Friday we'll break low and come back, hit the highs, and continue down. With the news, this is the news. Okay, I know that a lot of people lost a lot of money down there. I'm sorry for them, but you shouldn't risk more than you expect to lose. If you risk 2% per trade overall, you're not gonna lose. Your 10k account, for example, or 20k account. If you risk only 2%, you're not gonna run out of money. Okay, if you risk 2% this time, you win. You lose like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades in a row, and you make one trade go 100% your target, that will give you the recovery of the 5 last trade you lost plus profit. So that's how you should calculate your risk and reward, and how much you want to trade risk, and you're willing to risk that kind of money. So a lot of people miss this concept by because you trade in small and you're not going to get good return back. That's not the case. The most important thing is to protect your account from burn. Okay, you must protect your account, and that's your uh, um, risk manager or management. You are the boss and you are the trader at the same time. So you as a trader, you find the best entries, you put your risk and reward correctly, and as a risk manager, to or you're the boss as well, you need to re review all the trade you take the last week. That's what I do every weekend. I check the review. I see which trade did I increase in value and increase in my risk, and I shouldn't do it in future. And I just highlight it forward for this week, and so on and so forth until you become a habit. When you become a habit, you will be able to automatically put your stop loss and take profit accordingly. Okay. For example, this hammer, or you want to call it hanging man, this is a very good entry here. As soon as the day close, okay, the day close, I'm willing to risk this much. Okay, I'm willing to risk as the day close, because the pattern is really clear, 116 pips or 117 pips. What the reward? The reward is almost 200, 185. So this 2 to 1, but it's very nice pattern here. Obviously, you need to look. If you enter on a daily basis or day trading, if you are a weekly trader, you look on the beginning of the day, you see this pattern, then you enter your position and you leave your stop loss below. That's how much you're willing to risk. As soon as it starts to move in your favor, you move your stop loss, break even, and you take 50% of your target and you wait for the next one. Why I will exit here? Because there's a support here area. All this from here onward, as you can see, right touch on the pip, went down, come back up again, increase, get to the last couple of prices here, then went down again. He didn't want to break new low, then come back up to retest this area again. And with the news, we pushed the price all the way down to where it all started. This area. This area is very critical now. We got a lot of volumes here. A lot of traders been trading here long, and they're probably going to exit the position. If we spike down here, we'll take all the stop losses. Probably going to see a bounce. If we can see a bounce here, for example, if we Monday come back down here and break, suddenly we should see some bounce here for the stop loss hunt, and we should look for any consolidation triangle or any kind of price action to show us that it's going to break. So probably you're going to be stop loss. Sorry, your target, your limit order should be down here, and your stop loss should be above the last high. You calculate this correctly, you'll be a winner. Okay. If you keep moving your stop loss to above here, it's too risky. It's too high. It's too expensive deal. For me, it doesn't work that way. If I exit here with losses, it's fine. Then you come up here, I expect it to continue up, then we trade with the trend. However, we're still in a down move. Overall, we're still in a down move on the daily, and we need to break this support area. If we break this support area and we go down to Fibonacci level here, 38, that's where is my ultimate place for short to be finished here, then maybe the extra little bit to come down here, but that's fair enough for me, and I would like to see move back up to make some waves and continue. It's the big move. Let me just look on the daily, weekly, sorry. So no weekly itself. Let me just remove this candles here, the indicators. As you can see, we are very big move up there on the weekly, come back down and try to continue back up. We broke this area here. That's a very critical level. That's where I'm exiting long short positions, and I will be sinking long for any sign of continuing this move up. So basically we are halfway. We went 50% or 61, less than 61% to this area, and we went down. I expect it to come back up here with a weekly view. Okay, just remember that it's not gonna happen tomorrow. It's a weekly view, guys. So if we look on the daily, we're still inside this down move. We need to see new low to match this low on a trend down trend, and we probably continue down all the way down to this area here, 1347. Yep, just put this back on. As you can see, now we can extend this trend line, and probably is going to go down a little bit. We extend that one, will be a little bit wider. At this point, by the time it come down here, it's going to be a few days, maybe maybe by the end of the year or next year, early next year, January, we should see certain consolidation at this level. This level is quite critical, as you can see. I don't know why it's increasing like that. Sorry, guys. This level here, I'm just started using it, so I need to get used to it. So here we go. That level, we're supposed to kind of bounce here, do some price action, and continue down, come retest, and continue more down to this area. Okay, moving on to pound USD, where very clearly pound just increased in value up there. That's the wave 5 for me. That's the last wave on this sequences of wave 1, 2, 3. Impulsive 3 is bigger than 1 and bigger than 5. As you can see, 3, it's in the middle one, which is clearly, you can see it's Elliott wave going on here now. And we see 4, we go inside 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 4 and 5. So where we can go from here? Okay, I know a lot of people waiting for the election, and it's very clear action happened last week, because it's supposed to hold here and go down, or hold at these highs and go down. But Elliott wave, as you can see, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 need to complete it. Why? Because there is the buyer from here want to take profit over here. So I know that as I'm watching this now, everyone else in the world recognize that's a wave 5. Okay, so any investor, any trader, he will look at this, and we are at wave 5 now. Okay, we have a very green days, very strong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and go one red, which was Friday because of the dollar, and the pound was quite holding well. But compared to gold, the gold really collapsed big. But pound can hold in here because pound was strong in index. I will show you the index later. But as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4 is consolidation. Normally 4 it does that, and 5 break higher. And expect it to come down from here. I expected that to come back down here, continue down, test, continue down to this level. Okay, what that telling me? Head, shoulder, head, shoulder, go down, break the neckline, which is going to be here. Okay, that's on the daily view. However, there is a bigger picture. There is a bigger picture. Just get this. The bigger picture is we are at trend line. Okay, the second level, or you could say level 2 trend line. Okay, if I just still viewing on a daily, we have a 1 here broken and went make a new low. Then we put a second trend line from the same point. Yeah, come back down, and we have the third one break a new lower low. Now we broke the first one, the green one, it broke. Now we are on the second level, second trend line. Here we go. We'll come back down, we'll come back strongly to retest this trend line. Okay, we retest that trend line. Let me just do a better view. I remove all this away. Okay, just back on the daily. There's a higher here. If I draw trend line now, here is 1, There's two. There's three. Actually, it's wrong completely. The line is not correctly done. Let me just put this back on. Here you go. From this point, but there's a bigger one here at the top, the main trend line, which is that one, which we didn't really test it yet. And if we're gonna test it, we're gonna level with this last price of 2017 and 18 and the 19, obviously. So that was like 2018 highs. Probably we're gonna be retesting that if we have a good news of the election. I know that the election either side is gonna be positive for bound, but think about it. If everyone in the market buyer, who you buying from? Who's the seller? There's nobody. So market need to be shaked up a little bit. Okay, that's what's happened when you everyone buyer, everyone is a buyer. What you see in wave 4 here, there's some buyer get out of their positions and some seller that take their position away from them. So if I'm a buyer to the bow and I want to sell it, I will sell it to someone who want to buy it, and that's what happened here. Okay, we broke out of this area, then we have everyone jumped in on board to long. But remember, we're at the top of a very strong and very clear price action. Okay, as you can see here, 5 waves completed at this high. We have the second fact big trend line on the main daily, very old days, very trend line since 2012 or something, I don't know, but it's very old. Anyway, we are at this area now, and we have one high here to challenge, and we have a resistance area as well. So this is area resistance here. So what the odd in my favorite now to short it. However, since we moved last week just before the election, because the election is this week on the 12th, okay, we are 8 today, Sunday. So we actually uh, make a progress to fulfill the price action to hit this area. Yeah, because there was no really much of news to push price up there, but only price action. Want to complete. Whoever brought from here, he want to close his position as soon as possible before the gambling time, which is this week. So I suggest for you guys not to trade big. First of all, secondly, risk reward need to be calculated properly because this week is going to see a lot of volatility. A lot of volatility is going to happen. We're gonna see this. I already bought this wave A, B, C, D. We should see A, B, C, D down here. We're still on that trend line, and we will see. We went out of this main channel. We didn't really test the bottom just one time only, the wave two. I expected out maybe A, B, C, and 1, 2, 3, and A, B, C again. We will continue make a wave here, 1, 2. We will see what we want to go from here. Because I know everyone said bound is positive news, but if everyone buying the bound, who you buying from? Since the news is very clear. So think about it. All the fish go in that direction. Yeah, there is not enough room for everyone. Okay, so you need to know that as well. That's why we see that red candle to show that that could be the top. Not 100%. It can go a little bit higher, or maybe hit this area and sharply go down. Okay, we will see. Or we can just go from here, do the waves this week, maybe before just the election, come back up. Well, the election, the general election is gonna happen this week. So what do you think? Maybe we come back test it here Monday, Tuesday, and we do this. It's gonna be short lives, pullback. Technical analysis is telling me that could be support, strong support. If everything go as a plan, then we can see bound just to do this, some pattern and continue back up. Okay, you should on a lower time frame draw your tools and your technical analysis itself on the lower time frame. If you're intraday trader, then you should monitor that very closely. As you can see that we are trending up. Okay, we are originally trending, but I expected that to be pullback, but the pullback didn't really happen, official pullback. And that with 4 just like that is a slow, is it's just a very tight range, and we continue back up. Didn't even come back and retest this as a flag. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and come for the fifth one. It didn't really stop here, then smash up higher, and probably this week we're gonna see it back come down here, do head and shoulder pattern. 1, 2, 3. Head and shoulder pattern, it's the end of the trend. Okay, if you put the wave 3, 4, 5 together, and you see another wave 1, 2, 3 down, head and shoulder, and we'll see the head and shoulder break or not. But maybe it will go down here. Even the election is positive, everyone will buy and buy and bound, and the big shark or big like traders that come down here and they smash the market down, because not everyone have a seat. Okay, there is no available much seats of bound already moved to really big. Now bound need a nice pullback. Then after that pullback, here the area of interest to buy more for a higher high, 150, I could say, in the next 6 months. But this week is going to be critical week, and I expect the bound to come back down here, do the stuff, then come back up. Okay, guys, I will move on to next. There you go. So that will be um, across the bears. So I know that I go review all of them, but it's really the same. I'm gonna now show you the index, bound index. So have a look here, the overall picture of the index. Um, this index is high. That's a bound index. Is up move. Okay. CAD is down move. Aussie is down move. Down move. The only one is up, actually. It was New Zealand, is actually more stronger than pound, as you can see. And this is a daily view, okay? That's each candle is worth of day, 1 day of data. So as you can see, pound and New Zealand are strongest. US is a weaker, but just last day it was up because of NFB, and yen as well, shown some strengths as well here, and Aussie last day. Because why? Because when the dollar, that's Aussie is reacting to the stock. Okay, so dollar, you just get some good news, but we will see how long that will last. Um, Let me quickly view the pound overall picture. So that's a daily view, guys. As you can see that we've been trending down since 2019 beginning. Now we're coming back up. If you put this all together, it's supposed to be is a daily. Yes, that's a daily. Yeah. Beginning of the year, we started here. Okay, so if I okay, that's the start of the year. Okay, we went to back up a little bit, come back down, and we back up to this area. So that show me um, that's how it is. Sorry for my drawing. That's a green candle, hanging hammer or rejection. So the seller push it all the way down, then the buyer come back up and push it all the way back up to the opening and above. But we went here before, so we coming back up here, and we kind of like we want to break higher, but we only have a few weeks left of this year, so we'll see. So that's what the overview. That's the bigger picture of the index, pound index. Okay, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and consolidation here. The momentum is down on the indicators, moving averages, but the price action is moving up and is losing steam. So I expected that one to come back down to retest at least this area. Okay. There you go. So that's the bound view against the rest of the currencies. So we've got New Zealand strong, and bound New Zealand is actually moving very well. So let's move on to the next. Pound, as you can see, pound is strong and euro is very weak. And I'm gonna look on the daily here. We're actually broken this consolidation area to a new low, but not newer lower than these lows. So the last low of this period of time, it's 82.97. Okay, this is a strong move down, really strong, without no a good pullback except this one here. Just a small pullback. Let's keep going. And this pair, as you can see here, it doesn't really match price action very well. If you have a look here, if you see this area, all right, just this area is a pullback, and this area is a pullback. That kind of even equal in the same area. Okay, what happened here is happening here. Okay, it's like a mirror, but this time we broke lower. Expect it to come back up here, retest this area, and continue down. Up to where? Up to the main. I don't know why it does that. Come on. I should look it. But anyway. Okay, I know why it does that. So let's just right. So I expect it to come back down here at this area. Let me just put range bound area. There you go. We're talking about, where's the shift? Here we go. About another 100 pips, which is can move in 3 days 100 pips down with the consolidation in between. So I expect that come back down here. We expect to see some movement back up from here. So that can do that like this, then continue back up. We need to see some price action breaking the previous high swing here. Probably gonna break this. This is confirmation. You can long from here if we see euro is increasing in value regarding pound. If pound is weaker, euro is strong, then you trade long. If the opposite happen, you trade short. And if both of them equal to each other, you don't need to trade this pair really. I don't really trade it much now, so I just discard the pair itself. I don't really trade it. So moving on, pound yen. Same story with pound pairs. All pound pairs will act the same unless one of the pairs it's one of them is stronger. Okay, as you can see here, we reached this target last week. When did I analyze this one? But yeah, in a way, we broke the previous low. We closed below it, which is a good sign of continuation. So as I said, this is like head. That's the left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Go down to this level, 135 and a half. That could be the area to long again from here. Okay, other than that is moving with a pound. We have 1 2 3 with 4 with 5. ABC will confirm 1 2 3, then we'll continue down. It will be with 1 with 2 with 3. It could be only correction ABC, bigger picture ABC. Could be 1 2 3. Then if we broke A B C, if we broke B, we should be continue back up. There will be only correction. Okay, guys. Yen is getting strong as well, but it's still holding because of the stock is high, because of Trump, because of the election, because 2020 election and all the stuff going on. Aussie has the same story, but is weak as well. He was holding a little bit down here. He went a bit lower, come back up, retest this area, consolidate, go a little bit higher, fake out, and come back down, take all the stop losses, and back up again. And that's why you need to leave your stop loss below the low. Last swing low here. Yeah, if you wanted to long here, okay, then you put your order here, your stop loss below here. The best risk and reward to, if you see in the lower time frame some kind of price action to show you that it's going to go back up, you leave your stop loss here. However, we know that it's wave 1 2 3 with 4 consolidation. We're going to need to break higher with 5. As you can see, we broke out with this range once, come back down, take some stop losses here or trailing stop losses at the middle of the range, come back that day itself, showing you very strong momentum back up. Okay, indecision, next day open, continue back up, you leave stop loss below it, and you hit Fibonacci levels from this drop here, even 1618, I believe. If we want Fibonacci from the top to the bottom, 1618 should be up there. Now we should come back down, do this, and maybe consolidate here. All the market move in patterns, so you need to know how to do it. Practice is important. Okay. Now New Zealand, As you can see, New Zealand is strong, pound is strong. That didn't really move much. I was short. I get exit, and I was waiting for pullback, and I shorted again. As you can see, he's moving nicely with the trend. Continue down here. Expect it to come back down here and do this again. Is all swings, 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 swings. So market is fractal. Fractal is working on all time frames. So if that does that here, you need to drill down to lower time frame, see where we're standing. Okay, as you can see here, we are on consolidation area. Yeah, broke low and come back up. We break this area. We consolidate here, come back down again, testing the low, and now it's testing the high. Okay, I like that to see. Come back up here, do this, continue. If pound getting strong, if New Zealand getting weaker. Sorry. As you can see, New Zealand here is quite strong. Yeah, on the daily, we are about here at this area. Here, consolidation here. Okay, and if we go a little bit further, you can see we are still have some resistance here. Okay, here. Oh, sorry guys. There we go. Here, here, and this box here. We are approaching this area. Strong move really. As you can see, consolidation, break higher, come back down here. 50% of this move. Let me just zoom in. Delete and get this. Okay, we kind of consolidate here. We broke this high, come back 50% of it, come back up again, come back, same 50% holding, come back, break higher, retest and make a wave, then boom, break higher. Okay, the momentum is up, everything is up, is all great, yeah. But where we can stop could be here, could be here, could be all the way up here. Okay, we're not sure. We need to monitor every single day. It's not gonna happen in one day. We need to monitor the index itself. As you can see, our momentum overall going down, but now is like kind of like a U-turn here or a rotation. We very nicely rotating. That call it crown, I believe. That call it crown pattern, and it's just moving in consolidation or a wave, small fractional wave to continue back up. Very much expected to come up to this level here. I expect it to come up to this level here and here. So it's going to be coming back up, do this, do that, do this, pattern until break higher or break lower. Okay, guys. Just back to the charts. CAD. CAD was strong all the week. Last week it was strong, as you can see, pushing bound CAD down. Well, I was looking on the daily, looking 15 minute. No, CAD wasn't strong. CAD was smashed, I think, on Thursday. There was some certain news of OPEC, and it just keep going up here. We are actually overall we kind of rotation here, big rotation on this area on the daily. We're coming back up here to the same consolidation area. So if you remember my last few videos, I was talking about this area break. We come back inside the channel. It did just a small test here and continue back up, but we still inside a big channel. This channel here, we broke it. We'll come back in, and maybe if pound want to lose a little bit of momentum, we could see a pullback to buy. Pullback to buy more here. Let me just hide all this. As you can see, we are on the bottom of a big move down, and we try to break higher. We'll come back down. We'll break again. We will went down to the previous lows, and we're coming back up again. Retest these areas here, here. That's the next level you need to look for. But maybe it's going to do pullback and continue back up, do this and continue back up. There's going to be also some waves inside this area. There's going to be wave as well. So watch out for this of oil news and stock and Trump tweets. Yeah, Swiss is following bound the same story. As you can see, is matching CAD in certain way degree. If we pull back here, is like kind of like almost correlated, except a few areas here. But the certain the last moves is regard bound strings since this area here and here of bound Brexit news. Okay, guys. Euro get excited a little bit and after that collapse back down. As you can see on the daily here, it was up last couple weeks, come back down, come back up, made a two tops here. We'll break that consolidation, come back, retest, continue back down. It didn't want to go down anymore, come back up, hold in this area. I believe this is about 50 to 61% area. Hold here. So this acting is a strong support and resistance area. As you can see, go back in the history here. It's quite a strong area. Okay, and let me just delete this. So we're still on this trend line, and we kind of inside this channel. If we copy this over and put it back there, back here, you can see we inside the channel. We creating a channel. Probably it's gonna come back up here. Do this, do this, do this to hit the top of the channel. That's the daily view, guys. So just keep an eye on it. Don't trade too much. And plus, we are at the end of the year now. We're approaching the end of the year, so you should trade less. Review your yearly trades and try to find out what went wrong with your trades. Yeah, and that's the index itself here. As you can see, that's on the daily. The most, the strongest currency is a pound and New Zealand so far. The one they're moving up. The rest is just consolidating or sideways or going lower than the previous low, like a dollar here. Come back, retested that low, and probably it's going to go down more. And yeah, let's quickly look at on the news. We have in 6 hours and a half some yen news that could be good to move the yen. Then after that, we don't have any more of yen news during the week. High impact. I don't look to the low impact or medium. Got some Canada news. US is FOMC and Europe. Not much of bound really. Parliament election. That's the election day on the 12th. Very important. Pound is going to move like crazy. So just watch out. Probably what's going to happen is Pound is getting excited to go up first. Then it will collapse down quickly to take all the stop losses, and it will do that until we have some solid news. So I recommend, or I reckon that you don't trade during that day until everything has been clearly out there, and then if you have solid price action, then you will be able to trade. Okay, one, two. The second thing is we are on December, the last month of the year. So don't buy too high, don't sell too low. Okay, because at the end of the year, probably a lot of positions will be closed very soon, and the market will react to it. It could crash, you can do a lot of stuff. So you could take that month as a filter. I only trade 11 months of the year. Okay, more or less, but about 30 days. I just calibrate my technical analysis, do some more research, increasing my knowledge, recap the last year trading. I'm looking forward to the new year trading, where we standing overall picture of any currencies. Okay, so how much the pound moved in 2019, and what the bigger target is, and all the stuff. So you have to have a bigger picture, and after that you zoom in day to day, 4 hours inside of a day, and 1 hourly and 15 minutes of your scalper. I scalp as well, but not regularly. If something is moving, I will scalp it. If something is not moving, I just stay away. I don't want to risk expose too much of my account to unmoving market. Okay, guys. So you can see that this week is dominated by dollar, and starting with yen, middle is dollar, end the week with dollar as well. So dollar is really strong week. Is going to be a strong week of news. So trade wisely. Try not to trade too much, as I said, and Good luck, guys. So yeah, we are at the last month of the year. 2019 is almost over, and we're going to 2020. And 2020, it could be a lot of stuff going on happening, and I wish you the best. And I will probably do another video or two before the end of the year. We'll see how it go. I'm trying to do from next year. I will try to do some series of technical analysis, how to analyze the market, and where to look, and what tools you can use on your platform, MT4. Okay, guys. Thanks very much for viewing. Please subscribe if you didn't yet, like, and leave a comment, and I will reply as soon as possible. Thanks, guys. Have a good trading week. Thanks. Bye.